আজ পঞ্চম শ্রেণী মামলায় হাইকোর্টের ডিভিশন বেঞ্চ সরকারের কাছে জানতে চেয়েছেন ক্লাস 5 নিয়ে সরকারের উদ্যোগ ছিল, কিন্তু এতদিনে ইনক্লুড কেন হয়নি? এ ব্যাপারে সরকারের কি বক্তব্য? এফিডেভিট আকারে পরবর্তী শুনানিতে জমা করতে বলেছেন। বিস্তারিত ভিডিওতে।
Say the primary section means 1 to 5. Instead of 1 to 4, it should be 1 to 5. Now, guidelines are there. So, when the TET examination, your lordship notes, TET examination, there are two patterns. One is for 1 to 5 and rest for others. Now, what our government is doing, they are conducting TET for 1 to 5 for primary section, but till now this unit class 5. Class 5 is tagged with or secondary institution or upper primary institution. Now the persons, the teachers, they are being appointed by the School Service Commission, because apart from primary, others are to be appointed through recommendation of the School Service Commission, and in case of primary, that is to be done by the board, recommendation of board. Now, if this 5 is tagged with class,
Board means which? Secondary board.
West Bengal Board of Primary Education, they are the authority. Now, this for class 5 unit, since those are not yet been tagged with class 1 to 4, the persons who ought to have been appointed through board, the persons are being appointed through School Service Commission. The second problem is
With requisite qualification.
no, because requisite qualifications for primary school teachers, that should be diploma in elementary education. That's essential qualification.
That is not.
And
For 1 to 4, they are appointing with diploma in
yes, yes,
elementary education.
yes,
But since 5 is in secondary, they are not being appointed. They are with B.Ed.
B.Ed. And B.Ed is not appointed, that your lordship knows the latest. Now, subsequently, the government, to some extent, my lord, adopted this policy following this Right to Education Act. And if your lordships kindly allow me to place only one document before lordship. I'll kindly come to the 73. Copy that. Page 73, it's an government order dated 22nd of November 2019. May I read it?
For the inclusion of class 5 in the.
May I read it for my lord?
Yes, please do.
In conformity with Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009, Government of West Bengal in School Education Department has decided to include class 5 in all primary schools of West Bengal in phased manner. Initial list of 17996 primary schools have been identified for this purpose for inclusion of class 5 from academic year 2020. After verification of minimum infrastructure and other facilities, concerned District Inspector of Schools Primary Education will report to the Commissioner, School Education West Bengal in case of any difficulty. The upper primary, secondary, higher secondary schools may continue to admit students in class 5, keeping provision as per Department Memo so-and-so for admission of all class 5 pass-out students of the upgraded primary schools of the locality, specifically located in same building or premises in class 6 in the next academic year. Now, my lord, as on date, the website of West Bengal Board of Primary Education shows total number of primary schools in West Bengal.
You want this notification, first implementation of this notification,
And further.
And secondly, subsequent notification, so that it can be a complete changeover. All right, let us get the responses from the state of West Bengal, right? Because you also don't have any issue with regard to the policy. Policy is that class 5 should come into primary section and be appointed through the board. So, could you file an affidavit in response?
Well, the Union of India
You
has
do not
very little
really,
to say there, because
require
it's our
things.
policy, Millard, is for the state to implement.
You are
guided by
So both you file a
Millard, if Millard is so intense, Millard, we will file a
but
short
we are
affidavit.
saying that affidavits be filed by the respondents.
Millard.
How long will you take to file the affidavit? All right. 3 weeks. Reply 2 weeks. Matter will appear 6 weeks. All right. Because on principle they have agreed. Now let us encourage them to implement. Not on paper. In reality, class 5 should go to the primary section of the school and be populated by teachers who have the requisite NCT qualification through the board. That's it.
Exactly, that's our preamble.
Thank you.
Wishing my lords a very happy Holi.
Same to you, Mr. Tiraj.
Great, Malad. Or may I file my affidavit of service because earlier I was directed to serve.
Yes, yes. No, because they were not appeared.
Yes, yes. Great, Malad.
My lords, leave.
Matter will appear 6 weeks.
हमारा नहीं।